Eric Will.
How you doing, y'all? Welcome back to the Hardys, where I have myself with the rest of the gang, and we're here to give you this week's predictions. So
Good
make
morning.
sure you
like, no comment.
and subscribe and hit that noti bell.
Hit it, baby.
Let's get into it.
Good morning.
We got Thursday, New York Giants at 49ers. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not about to waste no time into this.
Not at all.
49ers.
49ers.
We're not.
Who you want? Huh?
Don't-
Hunter?
and you better not be that guy.
We sweeping?
You
Go.
seen how they looked last week. You seen how they looked the week before.
They getting better as the season's going. Now.
Yeah.
One thing I know about a Giant, they can't find gold too high up there. They don't be digging.
Well, you know, G-Men all right.
They barely won against Arizona.
But wait a minute.
They
They're all
barely
right.
came back.
Look,
They're all right.
we'll give them credit. 20-point comeback, still
They're
outscored
all
them.
right. But they just falter when the game gets tight. And their plan is, it just dwindles down to zero. You know, they got a good squad, but they just can't hang long enough. And that there is their default. They need someone up on the field to help them win a game. Because as of right now, I don't see them winning nothing. On the Niners, because I want the gold.
Okay.
Well,
I want the Niners as well because I feel the Niners is moving along. Even though Purdy he ran in for a touchdown for that one, I think in the game almost. They're just starting to progress and move forward.
all I'm going to say is I'm going to tip my hat off to Kyle Shanahan, man. That guy is an offensive guru. And he's just putting Purdy in, like, every great position. Just when you're
He's not making them overseas.
Yeah, but let's say just do this. If the defense shows you this, do this.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do too much. You know what I'm saying?
He gives them 2 or 3 options.
That's what I'm saying.
When he
Real
gets
simple.
When he gets
And they got the right gel of players. Like, boom.
Yeah.
And that's why they're able to execute like that. And the defense is playing superb, so we're not going to get too deep into that. But next, we got 1 o'clock games on Sunday. We got Colts at Ravens. 2 mobile quarterbacks. Anthony Richardson did leave out the game last week with a concussion.
Yeah.
Who knows if he truly plays? But if he doesn't play, they got Minshew. So, like, I guess you just got to see there. But I will say, I tip my off to Anthony Richardson.
Yeah.
He went out there
You
and
know,
played a
he
great
played.
game before he got injured.
Scored
He
2
played.
touchdowns.
Two running ones,
2
too.
runners.
It's like,
Yeah.
all right. So, with that being said, but he's facing Lamar.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, me, personally, I'm going with Baltimore.
Is that in Baltimore?
Yeah.
In Baltimore.
He's in Baltimore.
Well, I'm gonna say this here. The Colts, they look good,
Mm-hmm.
real decent.
Decent.
They was on top of their game plan.
Yeah.
When the man got hurt, you know, they were struggling. You can't struggle against a buzzard because a buzzard will pick you clean. And look here. Lamar, look here. He showed his shake a tail feather on Sunday. The defense, they just kept the Tigers in the weeds. They was hunting, but they just couldn't find enough food to eat because the buzzards was flying high. And I'm going with the big B, the buzzards.
He's going with the Ravens, yo. Okay.
He calls the Ravens a
We're going to play that violin real quick. But back to what he was saying. We're all in this. We're sweeping this, people. The Ravens is definitely got Lamar. And their rookie receiver actually showed up with a good throw against 2 defenders. That was his only big play, but it shows the
He
potential
was
what the
quiet
Ravens
for
going
the
to do.
good majority
Yeah,
of that
he
game
was.
too against Cincinnati. He came out there and finally emerged a little bit. I will give him that.
Yeah, so
Next we got Tennessee Titans at Cleveland.
since the Browns haven't played yet for us and all that stuff, but guess what? You know, I like Henry on this because he likes to run. And I feel he's going to have a breakout game on this. This is him running the rock. Because the Ravens got a chance to showing something. And I just don't want the Brownies to be up. That's just what I'm going to feel. So,
You mean
I'm
the
going to...
Titans?
No, I don't want the Brownies to win up. I want the Brownies to be down. Because we're playing them tonight. I want us to win and the Browns lose again. That's what I would like to see. So, my pick is I'm going with the Titans. That's what I am.
Well, I'm. Excuse me. I had a little burping to do. And this burping means, look here. It's called Archie Bell and the Drells. If you know anything about Archie Bell and the Drells, that means do the tighten up. Do the tighten up. Archie Bell and the Drells.
Okay.
So, hey, look here.
I wonder where he's going.
Brownies, they always was putting weed in the brownies.
Oh, man.
So this time, there ain't gonna be no weed, there ain't gonna be no LSD, there ain't gonna be none of that other stuff that's in there. So it's just gonna be a flat cake.
Gluten-free?
Good.
Look here, if you can't have flour, you in trouble. No semolina.
You said there was a lot of in the brownies. I'm like, dang, man.
So I'm going with Archie Bell and the Drells.
Okay.
Let's do the tighten up.
Well, he know about an old day, but I'm here to give it by the noon pay. No. I'm taking let the dogs out. Who going with the dog pound? I'm going with the dog pound.
They ain't eating no brownies.
Yeah, they don't got to. They dogs. Last thing I heard,
they
dogs ain't supposed to be eating nothing chocolate.
Yeah.
No, not no chocolate. You better give them some peanut butter.
Yeah.
That's all. You better give them some peanut butter. I like Chubb. That's a big part. And also I like the defense. I feel like Myles Garrett. I feel like that defense has been slowly on a roll. Not knowing what they might do with us tonight, regardless of what they do with us tonight. I feel like that's a good game for them to rebound and get themselves together. So I do like Cleveland on the most part, and that's what I'm going with. Next, we got come on, man, Denver. Let's ride. We got Russell Wilson, and we got Miami.
Yeah.
The Dolphins. The porpoises.
Look here.
Are we all here on the same side of porpoises, or do we feel like the Broncos?
Did anybody watch Clint Walker and them Cowboys talking about Bronco Lane? Broncos that bucking,
Yeah, they bucking.
But a porpoise can't stand being on land too long.
This is true.
A horse can only swim so far in the water.
So we're in a dilemma here. What are we thinking?
So what this dilemma means is, look here. In Denver, way up there, Mile High.
That's a lot of thin air.
It is.
Air is thin. But
it's
them
big
porpoises, they can swim. So this here is my prediction. It's going to be a game of who is the best on land and sea. So I'm going with Denver.
Shocker curveball.
Let's ride.
Let's
Okay.
ride. Giddy up.
Russell on that one. Let's ride. All right. Well, what you thinking?
I still think it's gonna be the porpoises because they they still got Waddle. And they definitely got the cheetah. And the quarterback below him, they're clicking. And that defense.
Yes,
That
man.
defense is
Last
in
night,
it.
you seen that?
Their defense was like, wow. So, and Russell got to deal with that defense. So, I'm going with the Porpoises. That's who I go with.
Guys, as you see, I like water.
Hey.
I love water, actually, if you really know me. So we're going to go with Miami there. So next, we got New England. Surprising last week. Gave a good game to the Dolphins.
They played a heck of a good game.
They about to say they lost that game, though, right?
They lost. But
Yeah, they lost. It was a close game, though. But they face, like you said, division, New York Giants. The Zach Wilson.
The Jets.
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 Sorry, Jets. I'm
Mhm.
sorry. We just talk about the other New York team.
Yeah,
My bad.
you know.
My bad.
They playing in New England.
No, they playing in New York. They playing in New York.
York.
My apologies. But New York Jets.
East Rutherford.
Zach Wilson, to me, I'm not, even though technically he got the start and he won that game against the Bills, to me, will he get his first win? Because last week, he didn't look too good against Dallas. Does Bill shut him out again and get him out the way? Or do we find the Jets being able to creep a win out of there?
Don't get me wrong. The Jets do got an up-and-coming team. Their quarterback's not there yet. He's there, but not there. He still got some more teaching, and Belichick is going to definitely, how his defense played against Miami, he's going to be seeing so many damn designs and blitzes and coverages. I don't think he's ready for that yet. And they're going to definitely cover Wilson on Wilson. That's how I feel.
Makes sense.
And that's his go-to man. And they know that. And Belichick love to take away the man.
Yeah, your
So-
best thing, Bill go.
Belichick, I like check. Belichick with the Pats.
Okay. So he's going with New England. How about you?
New England put up a good fight last night
They did.
in their game.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
He's close to winning it.
but it seems
One.
like the gas
The inches.
didn't have enough in the tank. But they played well. The Jets are hungry. The second string quarterback is now number one quarterback. Only thing the Jets need is a good running game. Plus, the defense got to hold up.
A good running game. They got the quarter. They got the running back.
Yeah,
I
but
said
last
they
week
need
they-
a
they
good
got-
running game.
Yeah, against the Cowboys, it
Need a good
it,
running
it,
game.
it did exist.
And for which the quarterback has to be more mobile, known as reading the defense. Bill is going to put something on him to see if he's educated. And this is why I believe the man is going to be educated and he's going to learn real quick.
You're going to have to.
So I'm going with flying high in April, shot down in May. I'm going to go with the Jets.
Oh.
Man.
The British is coming. The British is coming.
Yeah,
Go with New
man.
England.
You want the underdog so bad, huh? You want that underdog, don't you?
One thing I know about Bill is just like he said, he takes away your best things. So I think Bill's gonna do Bill, and when it comes to coaching, one of the greatest coaches of all time.
Yeah.
So I'm going
And Dad, I understand what you're saying about them run the rock. The Patriots got a good defense that stops the run. That's the problem. They gonna have no run game. They gonna have some, but not like that. I understand you want the underdog.
It's
Don't
all
worry,
right.
Dad.
Well, next we got. Don't worry, he going with this one. We'll see what he do.
Yeah, we'll see this
we
one.
got Bills at Commanders. You feel like the politics is going to lay down the vote
Yeah, at
Or-
home
at home?
This
You
here
about to say
game,
NDC?
in DC.
this here game is going to come down to what Bill of Rights.
Hey.
We're making laws here.
Okay.
We passing
Okay.
laws.
Wait a minute. We're going to go with the bills
Or
or the Bill of Rights.
And there's no wrong
There's no wrong here.
in the Bill of Rights.
Okay.
All right.
So, a buffalo loves cold.
This is true.
Very true.
And they always
Making noise.
got snot coming out the nose, out their mouth, and the horns, they always pouring in the ground.
They hungry.
Now, when you come to the other bill, it means who's gonna write the check?
Don't ask for my signature.
I don't want it.
Now, the check has to be signed by a man that is in control of it all. And being in control of it all means, is it going to be right bill or going to be a left bill? Which bill is going to be signed? Is we going to be snorting, or is we going to be signing the check? Commanders got a good defense and a heck of a good offense. The Bills, if the QB is not being protected and he has to do a lot of running because he thinks he's a running back, he might get hurt. And that means I'm going with the command.
Go ahead. Just leave your signature right there.
Yeah, just sign it down.
Just sign
that
the
check down.
Sign the check, because that's what you're going. Sign your
You
check. That's
know,
all right.
pass that bill check, all right. You know,
How about you? You wearing your signature
sign-
down too?
I'm not writing
Sign
that
the
signature down. The Commanders are good, and don't get me wrong, they got a good defense. But this time, Buffalo's not trying to go like that. They won last week. They want you to keep this thing moving. And Josh actually did his job. He didn't overstretch it. He didn't understretch it. He did exactly what he's supposed to do. Keep the game in reach and win. So I'm going with the Bills.
You signed that, right? Don't worry, I'm avoided. I'm going with the other Bills. I'm
vetoing it, okay.
No veto. He out here signing checks now.
Okay.
I keep telling you, I'm going to teach y'all something. Put VOID on your check. That check is voided. There I go. We ain't got to worry about it no more. He ain't got to worry about it. We ain't even paying that bill. They ain't getting our money. Next, we got Atlanta at Detroit.
Now,
What a game.
this game was. Woo.
Now, listen. A lot of people, I feel like, is going to sleep this game.
Yeah.
Washington was. I'm not Washington.
Lions.
The Lions played a really good game against Seattle last week.
Yeah.
Even going into overtime.
Yeah.
And then Atlanta was close to even being Green Bay, which was on.
Yeah,
They was doing pretty decent.
It was a flip flop.
The game's in Detroit.
Yeah.
Will we see Detroit
Show up.
bend up winning again and get back their self, or will they allow that win last week, like from Seattle, to make them start going downhill? That's a true question here.
I must say this, like I said last week. Are you riding that train? Because they definitely is about with the hype. They're playing to win. I mean, the Lions is showing up. They may have lost last week, but they're in the games to win games. These games is gonna come down to the wire. It's gonna be a hell of a game. I give it that. Because Atlanta showed up something this week, man. That was the craziest thing.
That's what I'm saying.
They showed up too. Man. But I'm still on that train
Okay.
in Detroit. Even though they're having a strike in Detroit, that Motor City's still running. I'm going with the Lions.
You going with the
Well-
jungle? Or you going with the...
Midnight Train to Georgia.
All right, now.
Gladys Knight and the Pips.
All right, you know. He giving y'all a music lesson now.
Temptations. Motor City.
A lot of music going on here.
Yeah.
Now, this is going to be a game of the brotherhoods. Now, Detroit, they're a heck of a team. Atlanta is a monstrous team. So here's my prediction of who's going to win between the Motor City and the Midnight Train to Georgia. So, what's your pick? Oh, you can't answer that, huh, can you? Guess what my pick is? Ha ha ha! I'm going with the Midnight Train to Georgia.
Wait, you going with Atlanta?
Going with the Lions. You going with Detroit? Midnight Train.
You going with...
I said Midnight Train to Georgia.
Oh, so
That's
he gonna
Atlanta.
That's what I
So
said.
you going with Atlanta?
I said Atlanta. I know that's what you was talking about.
Gosh, I'm losing my daggone mind.
And we ain't talking about the Underground Railroad. We ain't up
That
north.
came through Pennsylvania.
I know it did. It came to a lot of places, but I know it wasn't going with Detroit. That's what I was. It wasn't that. I'm going with Detroit. That's what I am going with. So I'm going with Detroit on that one. I just feel like the Lions can bounce back, and I feel like if they want to try to keep themselves in eyes reach of the division, I know I'm saying this early, but I know how when it comes to the Lions seasons, it's like once they start, once they get that one loss, and
I get sleepy.
Yeah, now it's like they can't get it together, and then they won't get it together till after the bye week. They need to be able to win these games now.
After the first 4 weeks, that's
tell it all. So we'll see what team they really is coming into this one. We got New Orleans at Green Bay.
Yeah.
Saints at Packers.
Well, when they come marching in, they be marching. But when it's cold outside and you messing with cheese with them holes in it, and you way north, can't bring them crawfish up there. And you can't bring no rice and no red beans. So I'm telling you now, if the Saints wanted to do anything, they better have a backpack with a whole lot of ice in it. And they better have some rats in that backpack that are frozen. And when they let them loose, they better come back alive so they can eat cheese. Because if they can't eat no cheese, look here. The Saints going to go down to Mississippi, all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico. And there will be no win. And I'm going with the Pack.
I'm going with the Pack. I'm going with the home team. So Jordan Love stays undefeated. 3-0.
Yeah.
All right,
I
man.
think.
Are you feeling
I
that?
told you I feel the love.
You feeling the love again this week?
I feel the love again. I feel the Packs. I think he has an opportunity to show his worth this game against a good team, a good defensive team, that is. So he is in Packer land. I feel it is cold as hell, but I'm going with the Packs.
We should give him 2 this week? No, we ain't gonna give him 2. One thing about Love, and we in Green Bay. Love is cold-hearted. One thing about Love is cold-hearted. I'm going Green Bay.
We all agree.
So we're gonna see with it. We won't give him 2 this week. We won't give him 2. 3-0 will be something crazy for the Packers to
Sweeping this,
do.
everybody.
And it'll be something that no one expected the Packers to do. With it being in Green Bay, Derek not having his number one target because of the injury of week before. Either this will be a game that Michael Thomas comes out in and shows me he's back,
Okay.
or Green Bay will just handle their play and get it done. I think Green Bay will get it done. I don't trust no faith in a lemon. And
Yeah, you just squeeze
Look.
the juice
Look.
out inside.
No. We just talking about cars.
Shouldn't limit.
That's the
Oh,
premise.
the Packer.
We talking about Derek Carr. Derek Carr.
Well, see, they named it a car after that, the Packer. Way back in the day, had a car called the Packer.
Oh, well, look, another lesson for y'all. Well, I was talking about the New Age Lemon. New Age Lemon is a car, and the quarterback for the Saints is Derek Carr. I don't like
he's
that.
a bust.
I don't like that lemon there. Not with the right pieces around him. So, with that being said, I'm going with that. But next game, we got Houston. We got the Texans. C.J. Stroud. He showed a little psalm last week.
Yeah, he showed.
But they're facing Jacksonville, and Jacksonville was just looking really bad. And I'll tell you right now, be careful in this game. It's a division game.
Yes, it is.
So, do Trevor Lawrence get things back on the seat, get things rolling, or does Houston finally get their first win?
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this here. Jacksonville, they played a good game Sunday.
Despite the loss.
A few minor mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Houston, that's considered as a bilge. I don't know what's wrong with them Texans.
They're still learning.
You know, they
I
got
agree.
they got the bull by the horns, but they just can't hold on long enough.
Their quarterback-
Jacksonville, they're ready. Just a little bit more reading. That's all they need. Just a little more. And they're going to be all right. Just hold on tight. And don't let that goddamn horn gore you.
So you like the Jaguars?
They going with a jag.
So we're not pulling out jabs.
I'm going with the jag.
So we're gonna pull out Jags. Okay. So the Jags is definitely gonna teach them something for the Texans. Their rookie quarterback is going through his process of development, everybody. He's getting there, but he's not there yet. He's still trying to understand the coverages. You know, he's keeping it close as much as he can on the knowledge he has. And I'm saying this because the coaches are actually he's doing pretty well for his first rookie year. Even though he has no wins yet. But he's showing potential for next year. Or, who knows, later in the season. He may start clicking it.
It is early.
So, the Jags is going to definitely do what they're going to do. Confuse him with design blitz and pressure. And he's just not ready yet. Not at this game yet. He's not ready. He's still feeling himself around. And he's like, oh, man, should I run? Should I throw? Should I run? He's a good quarterback for accuracy. He's just still not sure of himself yet. But I'm going with the Jags, no matter what. The Jags is going for that one. At home.
You was talking about a jab.
Yeah.
See, I've been jabbing since February.
Okay, that's cool.
Been doing some jabbing. But I'm trying to jab them. I ain't trying to jab nobody.
No shanking?
Jag.
Oh, man. Okay.
So I'm going with the Jags.
We're sleeping this, everybody. Okay.
Y'all might want to throw a couple jabs, but just know
This is
if
a
you
jag.
find me in the dark alley, I'm jagging you. You ain't about to get me like that.
Drum roll, everybody.
Next, we got Chargers. Bolts. At Minnesota. They facing the Vikings, y'all. Vikings 0-2.
What? Yeah, this is.
Will they finally get their win against the Chargers? Who would who imagine going, hey y'all, going into week 3, the Vikings are going to be 0-2.
Yeah.
Do we think they finally get a win this week? Or, they is home.
Yeah.
Chargers know how to give a game up. It's not like they didn't do it last week.
Yeah.
So,
Game.
Justin Herbert played a wonderful game. I can't even get mad at the Chargers. They played a wonderful game against Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
And they played a wonderful game with Keenan Allen. They played it great. But, the defense just started allowing things to happen. And then one thing led to another. They ended up losing. So with that being said, do they allow one thing or another to keep on happening to them? Or do they win the game in Minnesota?
Well,
Man.
them Norsemen, they tough up there in that cold weather.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
They got them old crazy looking boats. They got them skulls all around.
It's like the
Right.
plunder, man. They like the plunder.
They got beards as long as the no not wind. That they keep the cold off of them. The eyes all bugged out and everything. They got them old knapsacks with all that wine in it because they be mashing grapes and everything. Then they go out there fishing and everything. They catching whales and all that there and eating that blubber and taking that meat from the whales and they cooking it on the boat. How can you cook a big whale on a boat that's made of wood? Whatever it is, they got it made in the shade. So guess what?
I think he was born back in that time.
Yeah,
Look here.
He might have been.
You know what? The Chargers, they got a good squad. And I mean they got a very good squad. But their dilemma, they just lightning don't strike
Twice?
in cold weather.
Oh, okay. Well,
When it's cold outside, they see the northern lights, but that's not harmful to them Norsemen.
so basically, lightning don't strike twice in the same place.
So I'm gonna go with the Chargers.
Oh,
Right. He's gonna go with the bolt striking in the cold. People, it is fact. We do have winter storms. But on this striking day, I don't see it happening. The Vikings have more motivation than you can imagine after their losses. Cousin wants to wear his chain again and start blinging. It's going to be not a Bolt day. I feel it's going to be a Viking day. The Northern's going to be toasting this game. They need this win.
yeah, but it's crazy to maybe to say, but this is like a must-win game.
Yeah.
To me, it's getting into that territory.
Mm-hmm.
Starting 0-2, and it just doesn't look good. You start 0-2 already, it doesn't look good for playoff talk or none of that. So,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If they need to make a move, they do need to make a move now.
Yeah.
So you going Minnesota, you going with the Bolts. I'm over here teeter-tottering here.
Which hand is heavier?
Well, I am right-handed, so I'm going with Minnesota.
Okay.
Man, but that's too, but we're still going with the right hand. don't let that fool you. So, next, Carolina. We going into the afternoon games. We got Carolina, rookie QB Bryce Young,
Mm-hmm.
and at Seattle.
Wait a minute, hold it.
Man.
What about the Cowboys in Arizona?
No,
We'll
we'll
get
get
there.
to that.
We'll get there.
Don't worry about that. We'll
Wait a
get
minute,
to
hold on.
that.
I ain't getting no Carolina.
Well, then write it down now. Well, I just said it, but I wrote it there. It's
Don't worry, I
there.
got it.
Yeah, but you take the lead. Talk about your man.
My man Gino. Man. I
Who
gave
is
him
it?
no
Carolina.
faith for my man Gino last week. Gino came out and showed out why he's still the man. Gino is still the man. And I doubted my man Gino.
Carolina and who?
But I'm not doubting this one. Bryce Young don't got nothing with this one. Gino is still going to be being Gino. And I go with the Seahawks because they're in Seattle. And Gino and them was very upset last week on the referees. How they was what the referee said to him. Hey, I'm talking to America. Hey, America, I'm talking to y'all. I'm like, how Gino gonna do this week? Gino gonna show America he is Gino. So it's the Seahawks, people. For me, the Seahawks.
Where they playing at?
In Seattle.
In Seattle.
Oh my goodness, them seagulls, they just be flying all over the place like this here. You know, you got anything in your hand, they swoop down and take it off.
So they gonna sit down with one?
Carolina, you know, they like to go out there on the beach and go jumping in the Atlantic Ocean, swimming and everything like
Give
that.
me our
Yeah.
geography lesson.
But ain't no Seahawks down there, you know, ain't no seagulls or nothing like that. They're down there. But here's what I'm saying right now: Seattle got a damn good squad. Carolina Panthers, you know, you're still up and coming. Your running game is decent. Your defense is subjected because it's a little tentative.
Okay.
And you got to shore that up if you want to be in competition-wise. So make it clear. Shore up your defense.
Okay.
And make sure you're right on time. But not this week. Because the Seagulls is going to blow you down. I'm going with the Seagulls.
Y'all just get your brain.
Go get the run.
And I'm gonna go with Gino too. Go ahead and
You ride
switch
my
that.
Gina.
I'll ride the Geno train this week. I'm gonna go ahead and do what I gotta do. Next, we got Dallas. How about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys?
Faces Arizona.
Who is their wait a minute. For once, I'm gonna say this. Who is their leading tackler on the defense? What's his name again from Penn State?
I think you're talking about Parsons. Micah Parsons, if he is that.
Dallas got a hell of a find, man, when they got that boy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, he's a beast.
He a little bit down the way, but we know about him. He's from Penn State. We knew about him. We knew what he did.
Dallas got a hell of a pick when they got that. He's the general on that daggone defense, man. He makes everybody click on that defense. Dak needed somebody like that to give him inspiration like that. And Lambs needed to see that. They got a general on the field at all times.
Easily.
Now, the Cowboys got a balanced team now. Because they're actually playing. And their running back
Tony.
is running. I mean, they're making holes, not that big, but they make enough to shoot it down there. So, what about them Cowboys?
All right now.
What about them Cowboys? That's what I'm talking about. Enjoy it, Uncle Want. Enjoy it.
But so you gonna go with your brother's team, or you gonna be an evil little brother?
The squad is monsters. You know,
They is monsters, man.
On it, man.
Prescott, now he can say he got a team. He got a defensive team that can hold their own instead of giving it up late in the season and in the last quarter. He thinks clearly now that when he comes back on the field, that he knows the defense is going to keep him right there with the ball in his hand. And they're going to make sure that he's a winner. As long as he don't make no mistakes.
Yeah.
And that there is where he makes mistakes at some time. And keep Jerry Jones up in the booth.
Well, so far he's been doing good.
So far, Jerry Jones has stayed in the booth.
So,
I'm going with them Cowboys! Bumpy.
Well, you know, it wouldn't be right. We ain't go ahead and sweep that in. How about them Cowboys? I'm going to go with them too. I ain't got no problem with it. I love what Dak's doing. I love what the defense is doing.
yeah.
So, I feel like what a
the
great
coach-
chemistry right
The
now.
coach is actually doing his job. That
And guess where he from?
Greenfield. Why
You didn't know that, did you?
I knew that. I know where he's from.
I was about to say next we got.
He beat the Steelers. Up there in Green Bay, which they should have lost.
Yeah. Next we got Chicago at Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
Bears at Chiefs. I feel like this is a clear sweep, but
Look here, I'm gonna put it like this here.
look.
I'm gonna put it like this here. The Bears started out mid-season, in the exhibition games. They was all high and mighty. Them Grizzly Bears was always out there catching them fish. They was swooping them up like that. They eating them, getting that fat for the winter.
Yeah.
Well, it's time to hibernate.
So,
Mm-hmm.
like my grandson said, they like to hibernate. So guess what? They gonna hibernate again. They gonna hibernate again. I'm going with Chief Nakahama. Sitting Bull. Geronimo.
Don't quit him on that, y'all. I don't know
There's
what
a Mahone in there. There's a Mahone. I definitely agree with you on that one, Dad. The Chiefs is coming to win. And I mean, definitely there's 1 little, 2 little, 3 little Indians. It's not no Indians there. These are Chiefs coming out here, baby. So I'm going with the Chiefs. I believe we're all agreement on this one.
Yeah, we already.
Yeah, I guess you
we
swept
can
that
sweep
one, and
Yeah. I wasn't going to think twice about that game. Kelsey back, Chris Jones back. You seen yesterday. You seen on Sunday they was able to win the game and do what they had to do.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and go.
Kelsey is their relief pitcher.
Every time.
Every time.
When in doubt, you find him.
You find him. He finds the way.
He's the home run hitter.
He
He is no quitter.
What an interesting Sunday night.
Yeah.
We got black and gold versus black and silver.
Yeah.
Not black and gray. They hate when you do that. I like when I do that. We're going with Pittsburgh at Las Vegas Raiders. When we allow the gambling machines to make us end up going bankrupt back home, or will we hit the jackpot?
Well, the black hole is dead, so we're going to go to the slot machine.
Sure is.
Look here.
Jackpot or bankrupt? What's your hands feeling?
Look
Itchy?
here. I don't feel nothing. Because the only thing I feel is money.
Oh,
And guess what?
that means you hit the jackpot.
Happy go lucky. I got that sack on my back. Guess what? Las Vegas. You're going broke.
Going back. Well,
Because the MGM already then got sniped by the Russians.
oh man.
They're dishing out.
They had to pay them a whole bunch of money to get that machine back on track.
Still not.
And guess what? It's not on track again. 'Cause steel is coming. And you know how steel is strong.
Why you going with the
I'm going to Steel City.
Hey.
Are you going with the?
I'm going with the
my
PIT.
Steel Because, like you said, they still paying on ransomware of money. 15 mil is a lot of money. And we don't know how much the other casinos got to pay out. Because right now, if you're in Vegas right now, you don't know if you're going to be able to, you may get a jackpot just because you there at this moment of time.
And don't have the money to give it.
And you might have 1 quarter. Well, no, they don't have quarters in there. They do have plenty size stuff. But we're not going to worry about that. We were in black and gold for a reason. We're coming to win. We're coming to win. The Raiders know that. And I feel what I feel. But that'd be on another part. I'm going with my Steelers. That's what I'm going with.
They're not gonna like me for this. I'm taking Las Vegas. I don't like Canada.
That's way up north.
And the way how he got the offense rolling right now, I just feel like it's going to be difficult. So with that being said, I feel like Devontae Adams is the problem. I feel like unless Canada chooses to be like, okay, Kenny, I ain't going to hold no more limits on you. I'm going to let you play. We going to lose. But if he do, I will say it'll be a close game. I don't think it's going to be blowout. You know how far the rivalry goes back. It goes back to his time. So with that being said, I just feel like it's a way of looking into it. So I do like the Raiders with this one. Still a country, don't hurt me. We got Monday night. We got a double hitter.
Again.
We just had one, and now we about to have another one.
They got to fit all these games in. Boy, they doing it, too.
Man.
Look here.
Don't stretch the
At
season
this
on
point
these
in time, I don't know if my body going to be okay to keep watching these games, man. But I love it. Don't stop. We got Philly at Tampa Bay.
Look here.
We got...
You know something.
Come on, Mr. Souffle.
Yeah, more.
Look here.
He cooked a good old lasagna for you this time.
Eggplant.
Tampa Bay,
Eggplant.
they got
Eggplant lasagna.
They got, they all right.
They is all right. They out here 2-0.
Yeah.
Quarterback,
Baker out here looking like
the quarterback.
he should be on the Gordon Ramsay show.
The quarterback.
Baker out here doing this thing. Do Baker win again?
Look here. He's coming to a different world now.
Oh, so he was in his own TV show the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
He out here being
He's gonna run.
guess on this
He's running into a defense that don't give a dang on about you. You was at 4 different teams, but I'm knocking down to 3.
Okay.
And you didn't show no progress. You go down there, you think you all high and mighty. Look here. You think you got spinach in your souffle to make you strong like Popeye. But the eagle gonna fly down and he gonna pluck your feathers. And what I mean by your feathers is that fish, because you got scales. And once you take them scales off of you, you don't have no more protection. Because your offense is in trouble with them Eagles. Because they coming down at you hard. I'm going with the birds, the Eagles.
Okay.
Can you say hurt or hurts?
Hurts.
Oh, that's hurts. Well, Baker gonna be hurt. Okay, that's that defense gonna be hitting them. So, and hurts. They got the best offensive 1 yard drive that is starting to come into fruition like a rugby game. How they line up.
A scrum.
They are lining up to get that 1 yard.
Or 2, 3.
Or 2 or 3. The Eagles they're getting their mojo. They started slow, but now they're showing it. Why they're coming around. Why they're still the team to beat. Hurts is gonna be the Eagles gonna put a hurting on Tampa Bay. That's all I can say. On that movie.
Oh.
You want your glasses?
No, man, I ain't want no souffle. I'm telling you, man, trying to give me those glasses for those souffle. I'm not out here eating no pasta. And one thing about Baker, they like cooking sweets. One thing I know is the Eagles don't want nothing sweet. They gonna be on a diet. We gonna go with the Eagles. Jalen Carter looks like a monster.
Oh man,
is.
I'm pretty sure that's the only guy who wants sweets. So he gonna be seeing Baker often.
235 pounds running?
Right. That's what he gonna be seeing Baker off.
He should be playing fullback.
Don't hey, don't be giving the Eagles any ideas.
Wait a minute. He should be.
We might see another refrigerator.
He should be playing fullback, and he is a fullback under the center. He tapping his back. Hey, look here. I'm hitting your nuts. When I hit your nuts twice, that means don't snap. When I hit it 3 times, that's a charm. Let's get it on.
Oh, man.
Next, we're going to go with the Rams at Cincinnati. I'm going to tell you right now, Cincinnati's in trouble.
Yes.
0-2.
Very much.
Both 2 divisional games last 2 weeks. They just now are looking good in the division. We'll wait for our time. But right now, on to the home versus the Rams.
Wow.
0-3.
I say so. I say so.
Look,
I agree.
0-3.
Because Aaron loves to eat. Donald, that is. And somebody can't run.
Last time these 2 played, we kind of know the recipe for it.
In my ring, baby.
In
In my ring, it showed it. Like he was able to mope with him, but they didn't get away. In my ring.
Boy's still hurting.
Yep.
He's still hurting. He just don't want to admit it.
No.
He's in the whirlpool every day. 4 hours a day. That hamstring is kicking butt. And 235 yards a game is not getting it. Chase, 3 catches out of the whole game for average yardage. And the running game is blocked. You know, they have to find some type of way to win a game. And this is not going to be the week for them to win a game because the team is in disarray. They cannot figure out how to get it done. Mm-hmm. And look here. They better figure out a solution within the next 2 weeks, but this is not going to be the week. Mountain goat, they can climb rocks, and they can come down off that mountaintop.
They're not being sheep here.
Not being sheep.
Not at all. Not a bit.
They come down off that mountaintop, and they going to ramrod you.
They don't do the
so I'm
Billy
going with
goat.
the Rams.
They don't do the Billy goat. They hitting. They hitting them Bengals hard as heck.
So you on Ram?
Yeah.
You on Ram?
Yeah.
What you ramming with?
Ram. Shout out to Tony Baker. Man, I'm going with the Los Angeles Rams. I don't want. I know I said this is a must-win game for Cincinnati.
It is, man.
But what I also say too that I don't think it's going to be this game, and that's really putting them in trouble. 0-3 for the season. Chase out here looking like he's walking. He ain't chasing nobody.
He hurting.
Yeah, but say he ain't out here chasing nobody. He out here walking. He over here. If he playing hide and go seek to chase you, you fine. You ain't getting found.
And even though they got Higgins and Hunt,
Higgins is the only bright spot. Higgins looked good last year. I'm not going to disrespect everybody. Higgins looked good.
Yeah, he scored.
You would expect Chase to look better.
But see, they all complement each other, and you can show when Chase is being covered, everybody can shine.
See, but Chase, he's too small.
Well, they gotta put him.
Higgins is like this here, and he can grab that tall ball.
Well, I'm blaming Cincinnati on that. That's whenever you can't find your guy, because to me Chase is their guy. It's not T. Higgins. No disrespect to T. He's a great guy. But you need to put your guy in some different situations.
Right.
Audible him into the slot. You got to get him in some space so he can make plays. You can't keep thinking he going to be over there right on the fly route and the comeback or the out route.
Yeah.
They got that covered.
Yeah.
They got those routes covered. You gotta get him in some different formations to be able to win the game.
When they throw the Chase, he's down and out. Down and out and down and long and out.
That's what I'm saying.
He never does a hook pattern nowhere, shape, form, or fashion. He never do the cross pattern in the end zone or nothing like. He's always down and out
'Cause he don't
to
wanna
the
get hit.
sideline.
You don't want to get hit there.
Well, I'm telling you right now, y'all. We down and out, but we'll be back
Mhm.
with our Hardy parlay.
That's right.
We're back with a Hardy parlay. Guys, what you picking here? You go first.
I'm going with Lamar Jackson of the Baltimore Ravens to throw a touchdown.
So he's throwing a touchdown. How about you?
I'm going with the Steelers with Pickens to get a TD. Also.
That means catching a touchdown. So we got a throwing touchdown, catch a touchdown. It's only right for me to give you a rushing touchdown. I'm going with Tony Pollard for the Dallas Cowboys to run you in one. So that's
our parlay today,
how the
baby.
cookie crumbles. That's our parlay. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you next week for week 4.
Keep it cracking, baby. Keep it cracking.
And guess what? We'll be back.
Area